It's this time of the week. It's Tuesday. New week, new trials, new haircut. I've made that joke twice now because I recorded that entire thing, but my mic was muted. So now here we go again. As always, you can find me doing these trials solo on twitch.tv/vanip. As for this video, we're gonna change the structure from now on. We're gonna do a block with general information for each trial, including max points and the proof that I've seen so far, and then just dividing it by solo strategies and trio strategies. I'm not gonna mention 3 stars anymore too much, because if you want to hit just your 3 stars, you just have to do a portion of this, right? That being said, for this video, and as like always, you get all my informations that I have, no paywalls, no gatekeeping, no members only nonsense. The only thing that I would like to ask you in return as a favor, if you would be so kind, is a like and a subscribe, because it would help me with my YouTube algorithm, right? Let's go. The first trial of this week is open containers inside the traffic tunnels. During the first recording, Embark changed it, and it's no longer required to do this on locked gate. It's just blue gate in general. Since locked gate has 40-minute raid timer, I think it's still beneficial to do it on locked gate. The maximum amount of points I've seen so far was around 71,000. You obviously want to bring your 4 keys to open up the locked gate. You also want to bring, if you have, a confiscation room key. That's the epic one, because there is a lot of stuff that you can loot in there. For this trial, there is a lot of weird stuff going on. There are a lot of things that count and a lot of things that don't count. Cars outside of the tunnel count if they're under the roof. Some electrical boxes do count, others don't. The traffic inside the tunnel, like where you go up the stairs by the traffic tunnel, that doesn't count at all. Shout out to Ripcraft for those pictures. So yeah, that being said, let's check out solos and trios strats, right? All right, so solos or trios, doesn't really matter. You want to bring all 4 keys to open up the locked gate. You're then gonna go here into the gate control room and put all 4 keys in. After that, you want to go down and the gate is going to open. As a solo, I would plan my route depending on the extract. In an optimal case, you will have this extract, and then you can just come down, do the cars in front, right? Also here in that little area, there are boxes that count as well. And then just clear the maintenance wing first, clear the tunnels, and do the security wing last. Why the security wing last? Because inside the security wing, there is the breach room, which is highly contested because of the good loot. And you also have the room where you have to put in the 3 batteries. If you're lucky, someone opened that room for you and you don't have to waste the time. Also make sure to bring the confiscation room key to open up the confiscation room, because there are a lot of boxes in there. And from there, you just want to head out to exfil, right? Now, as for trios, I would definitely split this up, because there is a lot to loot in here. One could loot the security wing, one could loot the tunnels, and one could loot the maintenance wing. Be aware, this little corridor here, the green one, does not count. Also, as I said, top of traffic tunnels doesn't count either. So split up, loot the containers, and then just adapt accordingly. If someone is done, just help your teammates. The second trial of this week is search radar caches. The highest points I've seen so far are around 48,000. Important to mention is that the first wave radar caches give way more points. They give 1,600 per cache, so you want to do those. Which means you want to do it on Hurricane, therefore you want to do it on either Dam. Some say that Blue Gate is better because it has more cache spawns. Potentially. The highest points that I've seen all have been done on Dam. That being said, remember you can use a hatch key during the Hurricane event, even though it is a major map. Open the metaforge.app website on a second monitor for this. Don't use Arc Raiders maps for this. For some reason, there are more spawns pointed at the Metaforge app website. I don't know why, and it might be subject to change. As I said, open the map on the second monitor, run to the spots, stand still and listen. I've tried to record a clip just so you can hear the sound of the radar cache and see what happens in that clip. And after that clip, we're gonna split into solo and trio strats. Here's the clip. Now for the Raider caches, the strat for the solo and the trios is basically the same. As I said, hatch keys do work on Hurricane, so you want to plan your route accordingly to end on either a hatch or an exfil. That being said, as a trios, I would split the map the following. One would do the swamp, one would do the red lake, and one would do this part. Why? Because in each area you have one Raider hatch, so every player can run in a circle, do his route, and end at a Raider hatch. Obviously you need 3 keys for this, but it's probably the easiest way. Just run in a circle, check for every cache, exfil at the hatch. The third trial of this week is damage Rocketeers, Leapers, and Bastions. The highest points I've seen are around 85,000 and are being done on Dam Battlegrounds, either on Electromagnetic Storm or on night. Me personally, I will do this trial on night since it's a little bit more chill. You will need a lot of wool packs for this though, just as you will need a lot of deadlines and ziplines. You want to bring a Jupiter as well to kill the Rocketeers. Let's jump into the strats. Solos first and then trios after. As a solo for this trial, you will need 6 to 9 ziplines, and you definitely want the power generation exfil. Focus on the Bastions at Pipeline Tower at the Hydroponic Dome Complex. As soon as the Bastions are dead, you can take care of the Rocketeers around it or the Leapers if you see them. Make sure to put down the zips so you can go from Pipeline Tower over to Hydroponic. You usually need around 3 ziplines for that. Then you need 2 or 3 ziplines from Pipeline Tower to Extract. And then if you've brought 9 ziplines, you have 3 left, which you can use to either go down to Red Lake to kill the Leaper there, or across the breach to pull the Rocketeers and the Leapers from Research and Red Lake's balcony. If you're doing this as a team, I would suggest you split the following. One does the Hydroponic Dome and the Leapers and the Rocketeers around here. One does Testing Annex and the Rocketeer around the Control Tower and Water Treatment. And one player does the Pipeline Tower and the Red Lake. The fourth trial of this week is, for me personally, the most annoying one. I've seen pictures with over 100,000 points. I don't want to talk too much about it. It's destroyed ticks. I've seen ticks spawn outside of vaults. I have PTSD from the last week of the last season. It was the same trial and it was absolutely insane. If you want to know why, just go and watch that video. I don't want to rant about it again. Obviously, it's Stella Montes. Bring ziplines, bring a hole cracker for the shredders, and bring a Boletta or a Venator for the ticks. Solo and trio strats are incoming right now. Now, this is a little bit more complicated, so bear with me. I'm trying to do my best to explain it to you. If you're doing this as a solo, you want to start at Seed Vault, go from Seed Vault to Cultural Archives, through Archives to Business Center, and then from Business Center to Communications. From Communications, which is the dark room, you want to go out to Lobby, put a zip over to the security bridge, kill the ticks. They are usually on top on the ceiling. And then from there, you want to put down 2 zip lines to Lobby, and from Lobby to Lobby Metro. Clear the western tunnel. There are ticks there as well on the roof. And then from there, go back all the way with zip lines through the tunnel to this point. There is a zip line that goes up to Seed Vault. Take the zip line, go back to Seed Vault, and clear the Seed Vault again and redo the entire route. Now, if you realize that you have downtime and the ticks aren't spawning fast enough, you can put a zip line from this part of the tunnel up to medical and then clear medical as well. But I assume as a solo, you shouldn't have enough time for this. For trios, there are a lot of different strategies out there. I'm going to show you the one that we did in the last week that worked the best for us. You have to split up, and even though it's very dangerous, this is the only way how you get a really high score, in my opinion. We've done the following. One player does medical research. You start on top, clear this room of ticks, clear this room of ticks, go down, the viewing deck spawns ticks as well, and then from there you go to the room underneath. Here, there are ticks in there as well. From there, you want to go out to loading bay, put down a zip line to the tunnel, and then go to the tunnel, clear the ticks here, go back up your zip line, and wait right here. Wait 3 to 5 minutes till your ticks respawn, and then just restart your entire thing. The second player does communications. From communications to business center. There's the ticks in business center. Go out in lobby, put a zip over to the security bridge, clear the ticks here. Watch out, sometimes there are ticks spawning on the lower floor. They are all over the place. Sometimes they spawn in weird places, and sometimes they spawn outside of the map in walls, and you can shoot them. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. From here, you want to go right here into this dark corner. Wait there for 3 to 5 minutes again till your ticks respawn, and restart your route. The third player focuses only on Seed Vault and then Cultural Archives. From Archives, you want to go back down to Seed Vault. At Seed Vault, there is a zip line down here that goes down into the tunnel. Go down there and wait there once again 3 to 5 minutes. Restart your route. This should give you the most points. The last trial of this week is destroy arc enemies in the swamp. For this, you obviously want to go to Dam, and unfortunately, snitch scanners do count. Why do I say that? It's because you get 400 points per arc, no matter the size, which means it's gonna be a snitch scanner party. So bring 8 to 10 stacks of snitch scanners per person. Bring a hole cracker to kill the wasps fast as possible. Pull everything you can. If you're bored or your scanners are done, go and kill Big Arc as well. As I said, they will give you just 400 points as well, so be aware. As for solo and trios, we're gonna take a look at that right now. Now, for this trial, as far as I know, this entire area here is considered the swamp. As a solo, go probably to the hydroponic dome complex. Throw your scanners down and kill the wasps. In the downtime, you want to clear those 4 buildings because there are a lot of fireballs, pops, and stuff like that crawling around inside the buildings. You will need to kill them as well. If you have downtime and you've cleared everything, you can also pull the Rocketeers that are flying around the map, pull them to the swamp and kill them in the swamp. They will count as well. But as I stated, every arc is worth 400 points. So only do this if you really have nothing else to do and no small arc to kill. As a trio, I would once again suggest that you split. One can sit on top of the swamp outpost, one can sit on top of this dome, and one on top of this dome, for example. Everyone should bring 8 to 10 snitch scanners. You want to throw a total of 6 scanners in the beginning of the round, right after you spawned, and then use a wolf pack to kill them as fast as possible. From there, every 30 seconds, you should be able to throw a scanner. Once again, you want to clear the 4 buildings as well because of the fireballs and the pops. And if you have downtime, again, pull Rocketeers, Leapers, kill the Bastion, do whatever you have to do to be efficient. Once again, reminder, 400 points per arc, doesn't matter the size, so choose your arc wisely. If this video was any helpful to you, once again, please consider liking and subscribing. It will help me a lot with the algorithm on YouTube. I will post my solo runs that I do over on Twitch. I will post and upload them on YouTube as well. So make sure to keep an eye out for them. All right, peace, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.